So the third point on my 3 tips is simply to engage. So for those who are fans of Star Trek, The Next Generation, Jean-Luc Picard, engage. That's his thing. Unless we go on stuff, yeah, unless we go on stuff, stuff never changes. Stuff never happens. As I mentioned, the second biggest anxiety trigger in the UK business community is procrastination. And unlike change, we can absolutely do something about procrastination. We just need to go on these things, these ideas we have, these conversations that instead of clicking that delay for 24-hour button, get that call done now, squeeze another call in. It could be that you, again, put that reward system in place to make you want to engage. That I think that there's a certain element of it's important to love what you do. Now, that can't happen every day, like unless you're on strong medication, because we all get that. Even in self-employment, like when we're choosing to do this as our thing, we still get those days where you're thinking like, oh. So I think for me, it's just a case of engaging on stuff. If you've got an idea, try it. When I first started looking at running events, and actually if I was back employed sales now, running free webinars would be an amazing thing to do. I'd be all over that, because it's a great tool to be able to showcase your stuff to other people in a very quick, non-expensive way. So for me, it's kind of making these plans. And like I said, when I was looking to run events, the easiest way to get over that procrastination of running an event is to, at the time, book the venue, book a date, and then it's done.
Yeah.
And then worry about it later on.
Yeah. And
I think it's even easier now where we can set these things up online, these meetings online, the webinars and stuff, but actually go on stuff. If I think for me now, and I've said this before, I'm quite very open and honest, as you know. If I look back at my sales career now, that I don't think I was very good. Now I had success, and there's a difference, but it would have been a lot more successful if I had the experience and the principles that I have now then. And I think that for me, self-employment's been a great education for that. But it's not about the self-employment element. It's about actually recognizing that even if we're employed, we're running our own show under somebody else's umbrella. That suddenly the expenses weren't being paid for me. So it made me sharpen up on that. Yeah. Suddenly that I was totally accountable for everything I brought in. That made me sharpen up on that. So again, it's even if we are in, and I was just, funny enough, I run a podcast. I just interviewed a guy about this. He's in the wellbeing sector as well, but about self-employment. And actually, there's no shame in being employed. There's a lot of shame in at the moment of people that don't want to be entrepreneurs. Trust me, I hate being self-employed. Genuinely, I've built a career being the best second in command I can be. I love what I do. I hate the business of what I do. Interesting, because a lot of people would think that if you're self-employed, just living the dream. I love what I do, the business not so much. But actually to build a business under somebody else's umbrella is absolutely possible. And having that mindset means that you will engage on stuff because it's still yours. You won't procrastinate on things because you chose to do that and engage in the way that you've done. And I think a lot of great ideas stop at that. And the amount of times over the years that I thought of something, I thought, yeah, I'd love to try that. And then somebody else has gone and done it and it's like really taken off. That kind of stuff. Really crazy stuff, like real big ideas. And the main difference is they've had like the guts to step up and try. Yeah. The guts to step up and have that conversation. Mm-hmm. And on the flip side of that, if there are negative things surrounding you at the moment, confront them. Because again, nothing changes by kind of staying in that place where we're just wallowing and being anxious about things.